r/AskReddit by Galaxy Reddit. Plumbers, delivery guys, doctors, or people in any other line of work usually portrayed in porn. What is the closest situation you have ever been to which could lead as an opening to a porn plot? I've shared this story before, but here goes. I used to be a princess for kids' birthday parties. I showed up to a party as Sleeping Beauty, only to be greeted by a large group of guys celebrating a 30th birthday. There was immense confusion. Guy who booked it all is like, but I ordered Aurora for an hour and a half. Half of the guys start cracking up. Bro, Aurora is Sleeping Beauty. You got a princess instead of a stripper. No one can figure out how this happened. I ended up painting faces and making balloon animals until they were able to procure some actual strippers who were all really nice and found the whole thing hilarious and got tipped very well. All in all, not a bad party. And those guys have some hilarious pictures of a fully costumed Sleeping Beauty standing beside 3 half-clothed strippers. Meanwhile, a confused stripper was having a very awkward time at a kid's party. I always wondered, if the reverse happened tbh, it would be so much worse the other way around. Delivered pizzas and the instructions were the door will be unlocked, please bring into bedroom down the hallway. I asked the manager Oh, you've never delivered to her? She is bedridden. Her caretaker must not be there. She is awesome. Don't forget plates and napkins. Used to deliver pizzas. Not my story, but a coworker's, who happens to be one of the most socially awkward dudes I've worked with. Trashy lady answered the door in a swimsuit and asked how do I look, to which my coworker responded, hungry. Socially awkward people sometimes give the most golden comments. I'm a plumber who does lots of maintenance in large apartment blocks throughout the city. Often the tenants aren't there during the day, so we call them, arrange a time, and pick up a set of keys to their apartment from head office. I've got a job to fix a leaky shower head. Pretty basic stuff. I get the keys, go up to the apartment and loudly knock on the door. No answer after 10 seconds, so I slowly and loudly insert the key into the door. Alter procedure. I open the door and walk my tools in when I notice 2 young women completely stark nude in the kitchen. They seem as shocked as I am, and after a split second I apologize red-faced and back out. I call the number one was given on the work order, and one of the women answer. Apparently they were expecting someone else, and the shower is fine. I think they were expecting a guy to come in, since the bloke who works the phone for my company has a pretty attractive voice. There aren't many female plumbers like me either, so they just assumed some model looking plumber was going to show up and snake them. My poop chute needs a good augering. Pizza delivery in college. Super hot late 20s lady opens the door in an extremely small towel and berated me for delivering too fast. Nobody got the tip. Here's an idea. How about not jumping into the shower immediately after ordering delivery? People crack me up sometimes. Delivered pizza to a house in the suburbs on a Friday night. Door opens and this guy stuffs a $100 bill down my shirt. I'm female, was 18 at the time. I stand there in shock as one of his buddies comes over to grab him and apologizes over and over. Guy was drunk and apparently thought I was a stripper. The other guys in the house are playing poker. I tried to return the money, but the buddy told me to keep it and said they'd tell him the story in the morning and make fun of him for it. Delivered a pizza to a woman, maybe in her early 40s. She asks my name, I say it, and she responds with TCK while staring into my eyes asking me if that's what I said my name was. I have always thought I could have had an opportunity there. Not me directly, but my co-worker at a pizza place I delivered for during college, in a college city that is open very late. Some woman called in and ordered some food, was told the wait was going to be closer to an hour. This was pretty normal once the bars in town closed. She told the guy on the phone that if the pizza was there in 20 minutes she would FK the delivery driver. Of course this guy thinks it is hilarious and tells the manager. Manager decides to prioritize the delivery and send the one older married dude that delivered for us and not tell him what the situation is. The driver comes back white as a ghost and immediately says, "Y'all will never fking believe what just happened." Everyone dies laughing because we know he is a good dude and would never cheat on his wife. But apparently this super attractive, clothed, college-aged girl answered the door and said something along the lines of, "Well, you made it in time. Let's FK." Driver obviously has no idea what is going on and just awkwardly blurts out he is married, asks her to sign the receipt and dips out. Smart on the manager for sending that guy. Any college-aged guy working there would have probably taken her up on her offer. We all got a good laugh, and the chick got her pizza in 20 minutes. Lots of good stories from that job. I'm a housekeeper. Every time I ask a guest if there is anything else they may need, I brace myself for the worst. I worked as a security guard in a hotel and had to tell a lady to turn down music. She flashed me and giggled. Had to go back later, and she was wearing a robe that was opening her underwear and no bra. She was super fed up. Another time, my so worked as a pizza delivery driver. So I had her deliver my pizza, and we had sex when she dropped it off. Edit, my first Reddit gold. Thank you. In honor of that, here's another security story. I was doing my rounds and realized that a conference door was left open and walked in on a dude eating a woman's ass. I turned on the light, but they legit didn't notice. I told them they had to stop, but that they could rent a room, and the woman lost her shit. She didn't want a room. FKU. This was some unbelievable bullst. I'm an ugly FK. etc etc. The left separately. I used to deliver pizzas for a neighborhood joint. I pulled up to this huge house with a Mercedes parked out front. The order was a 16-inch sausage pizza. I think to myself, this is it. I'm about to be in a porn. I ring the doorbell. A gorgeous woman in get mid-40s answers the door. I don't even have time to think. It just comes out. I have a 16-inch sausage for you. She signs the credit card slip, leaves me no tip, and then closes the door in my face. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I ordered pizza a bit ago, went to pick it up. The girl behind the counter goes, large sausage? I can't put into words how badly I wanted to say yeah, but is my pizza ready? But she was definitely under 18, so I just behaved and left. I feel your pain, bro. Edit. Okay, getting a lot of comments going both ways on this. Some people saying I should have said it anyway, and some people saying never say it ever. I wasn't really expecting it to get this much attention. People have different senses of humor. I, for one, find innuendo and ECK jokes funny, and can usually get them off without them exploding in my face, or making it weird. I also realize that they are also not everyone's cup of tea. For those people I apologize, but it's who I am. In this case, I would have felt uncomfortable putting her in that position, even if she understood it and laughed, so I refrained. Was a plumber for a long time. A few years ago on Christmas Day I had a call for a gas leak. When my partner and I arrived, the lady admitted there was no gas leak. She said she just wanted some company. So she paid the service fee for us to sit there for an hour and talk with her over coffee. Turns out she was a romance novel writer and was extremely lonely. I got some weird vibes, like she wanted more from us, but nothing happened aside from the conversation. When we were leaving, she tipped us $100. It was the coolest / most awkward experience of my plumbing career. Edit. Thanks for all the karma, my dudes. Used to install swimming pools in the summer. My team were basically the startup team. We did all the plumbing of the equipment, pump, heater, etc, and installed the liner and interior element. We were installing at a nice lakefront neighborhood, and the homeowner / client was very keen on asking us regularly when it would be ready, since we were at peak summer temperatures. This client is what my boss liked to describe as milfy. So we get to work on our final day. The pool is full, and finishing touches are being put out. Ladder, faceplates, and whatnot. My boss is finishing the plumbing when the homeowner, a mid-40s woman on the thicker side with curves in the right places and long brown hair, comes out of the house in a less than modest bikini. Definitely a tanning in my private backyard bikini, and not a there's two complete strangers working 10 feet away bikini. And then out steps her college-age daughter, and let's just say she got all of mom's jeans on a skinnier body. I ended up being right about the tanning bikini part, because they proceeded to lie down on their lounge chairs, oil up, face down, and remove their tops. I breathed a sigh of relief as Milfy Mama started a lecture about you're in your second year now, and textbooks are going to cost more. I was finished with my work at that point, and was about to warn my boss around the side of the house about the impromptu porn session occurring around the corner. Just as I'm getting up from the deck of the pool, I hear the creak of the rusty spring at the back door of the house. Out steps the third actress in today's threesome. It turns out the character playing daughter invited her best friend to the occasion. She was just inside the whole time, changing into yet another bikini. Then out comes my boss from around the corner of the house. Before he even looks up from the rack he's ringing with his hands, he begins his "alright so everything looks good" speech, only to turn beet red and chuckle to himself as he tries to look for a nearby distraction. But this is real life and we all just had a laugh about it. The mother apologizes to my boss for embarrassing him while he gave her a quick instruction on operating the pump. Jiggity. When we got back to the van, after wrapping up, he took a long drag from his cigarette and blew it out the window. Alright, you can tell your friends about this, but leaves me out of it. I'm married. And then you didn't leave him out of this. Thank you very much for watching. In the comments below the video, write your story on this topic, and do not forget to watch our other videos. Bye.